The hero and the princess.
You're on a
All right,
path
so
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So what do you want to do this run?
I am going to be nice to her.
The whole run?
The whole run.
All right, be the hero.
I'm gonna be the hero this time.
You're here to slay
The
her.
antithesis.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm gonna lay the princess, guys.
You're probably not going to get that ending.
Huh?
Probably not going to get that kind of ending.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she wants to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's
I guess that's fair,
dangerous.
Tessa.
She's
I guess
not
it's fair,
dangerous
yeah.
because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
You know what's funny?
It's no use
The narrator is
arguing
technically
semantics
correct.
over a metaphorical
Yeah.
chicken or egg.
He's never lying
Something
about
is
that.
hatched, and it's about to ruin everything.
Every time the princess leaves, the world literally does end.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
You mean lay her?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely slay her.
All right, I'm gonna silently continue towards the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess with
Doki Doki's pretty decent.
a warning before you go any further.
Sorry, it's unfortunate that Lily got spoiled on it.
She will lie, she will cheat,
Yeah,
and
yep.
she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
I don't think we have to hear this every single time.
Yeah.
Go through with this, right?
She's a
ignore him.
princess.
He doesn't know
Ignore
what he's talking
him. Proceed to the cabin. I'm gonna start skipping through dialogue we've already heard.
The interior of the cabin is almost
Same.
the blade is your implement.
I'm gonna enter the
Hey,
basement.
just enter without the knife.
Yep.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated
same
by
thing.
her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yep. There you
Oh, it's different!
go. Immediately changes.
It's hypnotizing.
All right.
It's the kind of voice
I'm gonna
you
posit
only
something
hear
to you
once
here.
to remember it for the rest of your life.
So, I'm gonna posit something to you here.
All right, I'm ready.
Every action in this game that you take is based essentially on I don't remember what the kind of graph it's called, but essentially a plus graph. You got like a
A
top,
flowchart.
not a flowchart. You have
Okay.
a top left side, top right side, bottom right side, and a bottom left side, right? I remember what that kind of graph is called. It's been
Okay.
a hot minute since I've used one of them, but
Oh, and it's got like the little plus sign in it,
In the
and
middle,
the
yeah.
arrow, the dot
and you're
ends up.
leaning either more left or right and more up or down on something.
Yeah.
So, every action that you choose, every decision that you make to do something,
Shifts your dot.
shifts you over. It's
Yeah.
either something like every aggressive or like every hostile action. The alignment chart is a perfect way of putting it in a way, but the alignment chart, yeah, I guess so. A little bit more I think a little bit less complex than that, but it's in the right. Kenzie, you're on the right track is where I'm going here.
Yeah.
You have like every hostile action, every non-hostile action, right? And then you have potentially I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. I'm sorry. Because I'm spitballing on the fly here. You have potentially actions that will cause other effects in between it. So for instance, right? You took up the knife on the first playthrough, but then you talked with her. You
Yeah.
hesitated. You questioned. And while it's not a hostile or non-hostile action, though you could argue that's a non-hostile to question things, it ultimately led you into the route of that hesitation, led you into a non-hostile route, but it shifted you up or down.
Right.
You still ended up with a hostile outcome for your last action, but you were shifted up or down that path.
Okay.
So I'm thinking every choice that you
make shifts your dots somewhere into those 4 quadrants.
yes, and then from there it's heavily based on whether you're hostile or not.
Yeah.
And then from there, every little thing in between defines whether you're going to be going like up or down, so to speak. So those are the details about how you approach those scenarios.
Right.
So hostile and non-hostile, and then how do you approach those scenarios?
Okay. I stand by my squinting, Quinn. All right, let's see what our options are.
Don't
She did
let it
question,
fool you.
like
It's
squinting.
all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
You know what, just go all in. Do you want to just be absolutely like,
I want to be
the hero?
I do want to be the hero.
Don't fucking.
No,
okay,
I'm gonna be the hero.
Why are you doing this? You're
No,
already questioning
I'm
yourself.
gonna be
You
the
want to be
hero.
as nice
Like I
as
said,
possible?
yes.
You be the hero then. Gosh damn it, dude.
I'm doing it.
Sinks in.
I said I'm here to save you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Oh no. I have a bad feeling about this.
Go on.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain
Ah!
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
Shut up, voice of the hero.
I am
Don't think with your
begging
dick.
you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains, because I'm a hero.
Only making this more difficult.
Look, the opening of the game said this is a love story, so I'm going all in.
This is a love story, so now be a love story.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's so cute.
You're making a huge mistake.
Shut up, narrator.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Aw.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
He's got really quiet on this.
Yeah, he did. That one got
was
quiet.
Very quiet. Good lord. Even I had a hard time hearing that. We know the blade is up there.
I just worry that coming down with the blade is gonna make her hostile.
No, I don't think so. I think that moment is past. You're locked
Yeah.
into helping her. If you need to get the blade to potentially cut her arm off or something, or try to
Yeah.
like cut off the, I doubt the blade is gonna be able to be used to break off the iron chain. But you could, as gruesome it is to cut her arm off. You could potentially do something like that, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could just say like, hey. You know, hey, let's see if there isn't like a key. I mean, you could ask her for ideas.
Yeah.
Either way, right?
Yeah, let me see what she says. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
There's a knife up there.
Thought. Why is it hanging there?
Yeah.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Oh shit, meta.
Hey, look at that. She's on the same train I'm on.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
What?
The narrator's cheating again.
Is someone else here?
Yeah, try the door.
Trying the door, yeah.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave.
Narrator's
until the
cheating
task is
again.
done.
He's fucking cheating.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you
It's
were
not bad,
supposed to.
Super Ranzo. Not bad.
I wonder if you have to take the blade and then you can free
No,
her.
because we've
No.
taken the blade twice.
And it didn't give us
and
the
these
option.
were never options.
Yeah, she was hostile from the beginning.
Hostile. Again,
Yeah.
your choices
It's
are
the chart,
hostile,
yeah.
non-hostile. And then
Easier
every
for who?
detailed choice from there kind of leads into different routes, I'm betting.
Yeah.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
But
There's a
dicks.
slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
That escalated quickly. Oh my god. Oh my
Christ.
god.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
That legitimately took me so off guard.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna
Save the
save the
princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Ooh.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone.
Why
of
did
her
she
arm.
cut from that portion and not from her wrist? It would have been a lot easier that way.
Her limbs
Seriously.
falls to the ground, and the heavy chains.
Wait, before you click next, real fast here, like straight up, why didn't you cut at the wrist? That's where the socket of the forearm connects to the actual hand itself. It would have been a little bit easier to work through those tendons instead of trying to cut through your full forearm. Like, how did
shock
she even?
value?
How did she even cut through her full forearm? For that matter,
I
that's
don't
like
know.
that's a lot more work.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, like, there's an easier way to go about this.
Ooh.
Should have started at the wrist. Plus, she could have saved more of her arm. That's the other part too. I'm just
Didn't so
saying.
much
I'm
as
just
utter a
saying. She could have saved
sound
more of her
through the
arm.
whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
Pretty
It's like
bare
she
way to
isn't
the
even
bone. Gave a
bothered by
good
what
start
just
on it.
happened.
Those are some fucking jaw. That's some jaw strength,
Thank
dude.
you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape to the world. No.
What the fuck are you doing, narrator?
Can't
Shut the hell
just
up.
let her
Start
escape
story.
into the
This is lay the princess, damn it.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No!
What the fuck? Narrator, if you can do this, why would you do this?
What are you doing?
Oh no!
Scroll down, see there's more options.
Warn her.
Warn her. Yeah. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist?
Hell yeah, resist. Go all in.
Move the
You choose a path, you
blade.
stick to the path.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes
She's gonna
a
have to kill you.
cautious step forward.
You don't have the ability to free yourself.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, she is gonna have to kill us.
Yeah!
Plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest
Ugh.
again and again and
You
again.
didn't have to make this
You
painful,
feel
narrator.
every
Yeah, but he's
You're
angry at
making this
you.
painful.
He's angry at you because you've just doomed everybody.
Yeah.
your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
You'll bleed out before she escapes, I bet.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
I'm on the same
That's
road as
rich
Quinn,
coming
yeah.
from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
New route.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Yep.
you're here to slay her.
Okay. I'm just gonna proceed to the cabin. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be nice to her again.
A warning. She
Don't
will
care.
lie. She will. If
Yep.
only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Voice of the Spirit!
Yo, you villain.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Oh, I just mean, if I've heard the line before, I'm gonna move past it.
I love it.
I am the voice of the smitten! Matt is the voice of the cold, and I'm the voice of the smitten.
Oh, I love it.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Shut up, voice of the hero!
I want to listen to the voice of the
The voice of Smith knows what he's about.
Focus on the task ahead.
Get to the cabin. I embrace the cringe, though.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You want to ask about the mirror
I'm gonna
again?
ask about... No, I'm just gonna approach the mirror this time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm just gonna approach the mirror.
Approach that fucking mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach
Oh, it's gone!
rub your hand
No!
against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
It actually kind of looks like there's more of it there, though, than there was last time. Like, it didn't change into a full wall. It feels like there's still the remnants, or is that just like the banner on the
I'm
wall?
honestly more curious about the entity at
There
the end
was a
of all
mirror,
of
sis.
this.
Yeah.
Like, these voices are kind of meaningless and everything. They're very clearly just vehicles to get you from
Now
point A
it's
to point
gone.
B.
Pity. We could
Yeah.
have a feather
And-
out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Wow. But at the same time, like, I'm like, these voices to me are either vehicles to get us from point A to point B, or they are a portion of us. I'm not fully sure what they are, to be honest. But to me, they're very clearly not part of the ending point. You know, they are nothing more than a force that eventually disappears and fades once we get to the entity, which is what we're really here for. Something about that is the reason why we're doing this, but
Yeah.
why?
Why?
Why do they want to make a connection?
It's almost like build your own god.
Yeah.
All right, I know.
Skip the blade again.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the blade again, but I'm going right. I'm gonna. Right. I know she's gonna be chained, but.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
I love the voice of the Smitten so much.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
Shut up, voice
Nah,
of the hero.
nah.
You know not my feelings.
Princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
I'm gonna fawn.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I love the voice of the Smitten so much.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I love this dude so much.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Her design is once more changed to be
Yeah.
far more,
Cutesy.
yeah.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you?
What? No.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
You wanker.
Well, she killed us.
But you made her do it.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Oh, if only you knew.
And you've died.
This absolute tosser.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Yeah, the narrator knows. He's like, I think we've discovered that the narrator is aware of kind of the situation with the whole, like, an entire world has been damned. Because he mentioned how he's the same narrator up until the point where the timeline branches and then he becomes something different.
Yeah, he's already admitted that he's aware that, like, he's just not even admitted, he's just accepting. Like, that's the difference. He's straight up accepted, like, fine, you're right, I'm a different narrator, or I got you killed. But to his perspective, he's different.
Yeah.
To you, same narrator. To him, it's totally different. Like, this is the first time he's fucking met you guys.
Yeah.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Oh. It's almost like the concept in Loki with the branching timelines.
Yeah.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
I like
Hold on,
he's
she actually
he's the
did
best
really well.
version
Sure
of
we
like
want to
a
do
smitten
this?
character can be.
Sure we want to rescue her.
I
Yeah.
absolutely adore how they like how he's done so far.
He's also kind of got that Matt Berry voice going on.
I think the part of it is because to me it's not cringy because I've seen way worse. I've seen way fucking more cringy things than this.
Yeah.
Right? I think to me like it's just that very goofy like that cartoonish hero
Yeah.
and the cartoonish princess kind of thing, right? And it's that like that's like, oh my sweet love, if only I could tell you all the ways I love you. Which is why I made this encyclopedia of all the ways I can love you. So like, it's just like that goofiness to it that I just adore
Now
about
I'm
it. It's
even
really
more
funny.
certain
It's very
Yeah.
clearly not meant to
Trace
be
our
serious in
heroic and
form.
romantic
It's only
destiny
when
than
somebody
I've
tries to
ever
take it
been.
seriously and does shit
I
like this,
shan't let
then
anyone
it's like,
convince us
ooh,
otherwise.
oh. Oh, he's done.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
My job is to kiss her.
Yeah, I didn't bring a knife. Do you have to cut you out again? Whoa, what happened after I died? Oh, wait. Yeah, you can
I'm
say that
sorry
one.
about
So
what
yeah,
happened
yeah.
last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. I'm gonna say this one. I know there's the option to rescue the princess, but I want to let her know about the narrator and see what she says.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Aww.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Possibly.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Yeah, she does know. She mentioned seeing us again.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I'm I'm gonna say what happened after I died.
Tessa and Ken say 100% agree with you. He's a caricature in a fairy tale night. It's a wonderful way of describing it, which is why I enjoy him so much.
Huh. Just said you died and now we're talking. Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Oh my.
Oh
my.
What do you want to say, Lily?
I don't want the world to end. That's what I'm gonna say. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
That's adorable. Then I didn't end the world.
See, she didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
That is a little sus, but...
Bro, you asked like...
I know.
You asked the rigged question. What did you say? I've said
sure.
no.
Yeah.
I like how the voice of the hero is always constantly like questioning things. He's the voice who literally said we should save her.
Reason.
He's the voice that was like saying like we should save her. That's what his heroes do. And now he's like she's very weird.
Yeah. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I don't...
Bro, what? Bro, calm down.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Nope, totally did it.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
I agree. Yeah, as Lily said, and as now you're saying too, Tessa, I do think that's a very ample way of putting it, is that he's a very reasonable individual who tends to question.
Yeah.
That's our stoic, smiling angel.
He's so blinded by love.
That's the whole point. He's smitten.
Right, it's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
No, not gonna slay her.
Rescue her!
Yeah.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
The smitten is a very powerful force.
Yeah, smitten is extremely powerful.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
She's almost got the anime design to her.
Yeah.
I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yeah.
You had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
That's the power of love.
Yeah.
What do we do now?
Get married, have some babies. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. end the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Nah.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Wait. When we were at the deity, she said something about eyes closed in deep reflection.
Hmm.
And then she shrugs.
Huh.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Get married, have babies. I want you to tell me what you want.
Well, then there must be something you want. Then choose that one. Explore. There must be something you want.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking him over and thinking. Click on.
Make you happy.
She just wants to make me happy.
All right, you'll make me happy by telling me what you want.
Just want to make us happy.
That's not making me happy. It's got to be something else beyond that. You have to be
Makes sense
two-dimensional
to me.
at the limit.
That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I want you to make me unhappy. But you need your own thing.
you just met
me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
You want anything?
If that's what makes you happy.
Do you see how she keeps changing?
She keeps getting...
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is she broken?
The music is getting weird.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
This isn't right. Let's just get out of here. That's what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, maybe. I kind of want to see
I don't
if
want to spoil.
she's so reflective of what. So
Yeah.
remember, the smitten is so smitten that she's very one-dimensional, right?
Yeah.
So the more you keep questioning that, the more you keep poking holes in that, the more it breaks her apart. As I think what this is going to end up happening.
And that's the thing is I kind of don't want to break her because I want something like this to make it back to the vessel. Like, kind of like a love, but at the same time...
Then just say, like, if you want to leave, then let's leave. Then just do that one.
Yeah. But here's my concern. Bear with me. Oh, come on, Meta. If I let her go just as this idealized version of romance... Come on, I listen to you.
Bro, you've got two choices.
All right.
You either keep poking holes or you leave now. Like, that's your choice.
I'm gonna say this isn't right. Let's get out of here.
That sounds perfect.
And she's
Hey,
back
she
to normal.
reverted.
Oh, phew. She's back to normal.
Good, we fixed her.
Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely flawless.
Oh no.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Hey, the game said it was a love story. What do you want from me?
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, the way way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
He's such a cheater! He's such a
Wow,
cheater!
this dick.
That's a familiar move.
Heh.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Speak it, Smitten.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
But what if I wanna?
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
I love the narrator.
And lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and... The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No.
Don't. What are you putting your mouse cursor over that one?
Enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Hate you too, buddy.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Aww.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Get married.
No, world's ending.
Where did everything go?
World's ending.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Is she gonna get dragged away again?
Cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Aww. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
You want to try to comfort him again, or just
Yeah,
keep
I'm gonna
going?
try to comfort him this time.
All right.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Oh.
Yeah, literally the narrator is never wrong. He told
Yeah.
you the truth from the start. Every time the princess gets out, the world ends. It literally ends the
Yeah.
world.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so.
I'm a fucking genius, dude. If you just slay the princess and just sit there for eternity, the world
Yeah,
doesn't end.
Yeah.
But the narrator's also an asshole and doesn't keep writing up your story anymore, he's kind of just done.
Waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. What do I look like now? The voices are gone. Oh no, I'm even more drippy! You've withered. So it only took 2 voices to get the ending this time. A long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin.
Technically speaking, the world doesn't end if he's still talking about stuff and there's like a cabin and everything that we were in.
Yeah.
But the world beyond the cabin has gone away, so he kind of gives a shitty ending for it anyway. But the world hasn't fully ended just yet. The narrator still exists. He's a part of the world.
Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be contradictions. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know that in the end I'll have to kill you. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? Have you figured out what you want when we've finished? What do you want me to bring you next time? How many more vessels? I'm ready to go back. You know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Aww.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
The most interesting one to me is it doesn't matter how many times I go back.
Yeah, that's the one I was about to click. Yeah.
Yeah.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, actually, I think I resent the narrator more. Not the first one, though. Actually, maybe the first one because I'm trying to go all in on this route, right?
No, the route is done.
Yeah,
this is something else.
Yeah.
If I were to answer this one, I would say personally, my answer would be.
I was leaning towards no opinion.
No, not really.
No, not really.
It all seems distant as soon as I'm.
That was my second favorite one. So.
That's the one I would say because to me, it's hard to resent you because you very clearly are something so different than what I see in every storyline. Every time we've gone through this, very clearly different from that.
I agree with Sayo. I wish there was an option to say I've grown to resent myself because I would immediately do that one.
I don't know. I don't know if I would say that personally, but I can understand why somebody would.
I'm gonna go with it all seems so distant.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Aww.
What did she say about the last one again?
She was lonely and couldn't find drive in others, so she found it, and couldn't find trust in other strength or something. I can't remember the word she used. In others, so she found it in herself. It will make for a driven heart. And then we didn't have that option for the first one.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Have you figured out what you want when we've finished? She's probably going to say she still isn't enough of a person to know.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, my awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of self-knowledge.
What's very interesting here is, if you notice, is that it's always constantly covering their eyes
Yeah.
and constantly holding their mouth.
Yeah.
It does not let them see anything, but it speaks for them.
Yeah.
What does she want you to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Oh.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I'm sure. How can you stand to be a contradiction? I think it would be an interesting question just to hear her thoughts.
Yeah.
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me. Even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
I was kind of more hoping she would give
Answer.
me... Well, no, I was kind of more she would explain to me is like how she is able to accept that she's a contradiction.
Yeah.
Many people are actually contradictions. So what I want to know is, how is she accepting of it? Like, what helps her accept that she will sometimes contradict herself, that she will oftentimes be something that her desires and what she needs, or what she needs and her desires, may often conflict, and that she might choose one sometimes or the other another time, right?
Yeah.
Square hole.
Oh, so you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
Oh, yeah.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlet.
Actually, the river kind of does dictate its
yeah, it
outlets a
kinda
little
does.
bit.
My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to contemplate the gifts you bring me.
Really?
I was leaning towards trying to destroy your body option at the end of this, but I kind of want to go back and try the romance route again, but break her this time and see what happens.
I think it would be... I think it would be interesting to, on the next playthrough, I think it would be kind of almost interesting to bring her a route of contradiction in of itself.
Oh.
To contradict yourself, to take odd choices, and just see what that brings. Like, I think it would be almost fun.
Okay. So I think we're gonna do the I'm ready to go back options then, not destroy your body.
You want to do, I'm sorry, what again?
I'm ready to go back as opposed to destroy your body.
Sure. I mean, I don't know what the difference is.
We don't know what destroying our body does. I'm ready to go back means that she wipes our memories, sends us back. We die and we start over again. We've never done destroy your body. We have no idea what that does.
Oh, no.
I just have a feeling it deletes the save, or it ends the game.
Am I...
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.